What? Oh, this is high level. I was not expecting this. And to me, it reminds me of what that classic imagery of someone locked in a prison cell, scratching away the days. So we're going inside her eye, which is being revealed to actually be made of snakes. You know, her vision is snakes. It's obviously a reference to Medusa. So if you guys don't know the story of Medusa, I'll tell you right now. So now they've established this symbolism, let's see if they continue to pay it off. She can't really be accessed fully, you know, because she is so lonely in her existence. She is so separate from everybody else, trapped. What we're seeing is this great contrast between naturalistic elements like smoke and water, like nature-based elements, against this very modern, concrete, very harsh, very lonely, very empty. It says a lot about her character. Hello, my name is Philip. I'm a filmmaker, and today we're going to be looking at KDA Villain, featuring Madison Beer and Kim Petras, official concept video starring Evelynn, and analyzing the cinematic language. It has been so much fun going through the other KDA and League of Legends cinematics that you guys have been recommending me, and you are so informative in the comments. As someone who has not played League of Legends, thank you so much for all the amazing comments. I know I don't have time to respond to every single one, but I'm reading every one of them, and I appreciate it so much. I'm learning a ton about the lore. Filmmaking that they've put forth in these other videos has been very impressive, very ambitious, and I'm excited to see what they do on this one. If you guys have been enjoying my breakdowns, my analysis of all the other KDA and League of Legends content, please subscribe and hit the bell to see more, and of course follow over on Twitch. If you want to talk live, I literally talk about this stuff 24/7. So tell me in the comments, is Evelynn your favorite, and why is she your favorite? All right, let's do this. I'm very excited. Okay, very cool. I like, first of all, I love the drab cityscape. Very barren. All right, I love what they're doing so far in this. They're gonna do a lot of silhouette work, it looks like. Ooh, very intimate so far, which I love. Oh, I love this aesthetic. This style, this aesthetic, this sort of modern, minimalist, dark aesthetic with kind of like very modern architecture, very drab colors. A director you guys will know is Denis Villeneuve, who did the new Blade Runner movie and also the upcoming Dune. Love his style and his aesthetic, and you can see that certainly being inspiration in this. Powerful images. Getting a couple vibes. First of all, loneliness. She says in the More video that she's all she'll ever know is life upon the throne. It's this very lonely outlook. Very beautiful image of her peering into it looks to be a keyhole. I love that perspective. It's very reminiscent of Wong Kar-wai, In the Mood for Love, as well as other movies. These intimate images of people kind of looking through prisms in different spaces. Oh, I love this. Very, very intimate. It's very abstract. Again, this idea, we haven't actually seen her full lit figure at this point in time, at least, and it's kind of abstract in the way that it's playing with light and a lot of outline and rim lighting that you would see. For instance, like this light behind me, we would call rim lighting, as it's providing this nice accent on my shoulder here from behind. So what it's doing is it's kind of building out forms and building out images and shapes for, you know, your mind to fill in the rest. This beautiful silhouette look, which I love so far. It's very abstract. It's very intimate. This aesthetic is glorious so far. That's a very Wong Kar-wai shot. One of my favorite directors. Beautiful play with light. And I love, again, another sort of like Wong Kar-wai call out is just this love of imagery. This love of the beauty of objects, the beauty of objects in space and motion. Just a beautiful shot of the water there. Beautiful. I think the loneliness vibe is what I'm getting a lot from this so far. Let's see if that exudes throughout. Also, you guys told me some stuff about her lore, which is very intense, and would also mean she's very lonely because of how she has to survive. I love that. Yeah, I mean, look at this lyrics, in the dark, or like to keep my heart. I think it's harping on this loneliness feeling. I love the futuristic, very modern architecture in this as well. But the thing about modern architecture is it kind of has this lonely feel to it, and there's a lot of empty space, which I love. I love the open form rooms and everything like that, but it tends to have this loneliness if it's not filled with a lot of people, right? It's kind of cool. I love that. Her sort of bedazzled claws, you know. Very sexual. This image right here is great. Look at this. Wow. Look at the scratches. Look at these scratches on the wall. Did you notice? She's not actively scratching it intensely at this time. But look at this detail. Beautiful, beautiful depth of field here. Beautiful shallow depth of field. You can see the dust at play here, out of focus. And then, of course, the reflection of her claws. But what I love is look at the subtle scratch marks that you might not really catch if you're just watching this quickly. And to me, it reminds me of what that classic imagery of someone locked in a prison cell, scratching away the days, how long they've been there. So I love that. I think it's kind of a subtle nod to maybe how she feels. Prison of her existence. Yeah, I love this. This sort of love of imagery so far. Oh, I love it. Yeah, this is okay. This is a lot of the things that I didn't like about, you guys remember I didn't like as much about the Pop Stars video. This is the perfect way that they've done it right in this video and not as well in the Pop Stars video. So this is a fantastic, beautiful, beautiful aesthetic here. Very well color corrected, very well lit, beautiful image with the form and the rim lighting, like I just said. If you go back to the Pop Stars video, like walking in the like tunnel and everything, it's not as strongly realized as an aesthetic. It's not as well color corrected. And what I mean is this sort of unified, beautiful, beautiful cyan tone to all of this with this dark background, these big imposing shapes. That is, of course, out of focus. The focus is on her. It's following her with the silhouette. With this beautiful flare here. It's just these little things that make all the difference for a unified image, which I was not getting in a lot of the Pop Stars. So this is what I'm talking about when I say just fully realized theme, and this whole video is just sticking to it so far. We're only 47 seconds in, so let's continue. But I love this. The loneliness. Very feminine video too. I love this sort of mysterious nature to this too. Powerful stance right there. So the spikes, you guys told me about the lore of her. It's sort of her her existence depends on these spikes and kind of like sucking the life out of her partners that she has to obtain, to sort of like a succubus. So I think that's such a cool imagery to show. It seems like a lot of this video, again, even what I talked about in the first couple seconds, is a ton of symbolism. So let's continue on and see if it kind of holds forth. So now they've established the symbolism, they've established these symbols. Let's see if they continue to pay it off, like I said before. This is cool because, look, there's even the bedazzled claw like she has coming out. So that's cool. Oh, such a great... I mean, this is great. I love this. The silhouettes. Look at this with the reflection through that surface. Yeah. Very, very well realized. I love it. This is a very Wong Kar-wai aesthetic. I love this. Very feminine imagery. Love it. The furniture. It's interesting. Look, it's like all this furniture is converging into nothingness. You see, it's kind of like a setup of that open floor plan, just devoid of people. It's only her walking alone. I think that's more of that theme. This is awesome too. I love this idea, like, of her being like a powerful villain, a powerful female. This is very masculine car that she's driving right here. I think is a cool touch too. Like muscle car. Definitely a choice to do that. Wow, what an amazing transition. Look at this. We have the surface of this car turning to snakeskin and then coming alive. This is amazing. This is incredible. What a concept. And this is why I love what they've called this as a concept. My theory and why they called this a concept video is that it's going to be a little bit more abstract and maybe, but it's a lot more developed than I thought it would be. I think because they're pushing so ambitiously artistic with this one, they may have put that there just to kind of clarify it's not going to be the same tone, the same feeling as like the More or Pop Stars video. It's very ambitious, very artistic. Oh my goodness, we're going inside her eye, which is turning into snakes. I love it. Okay, so this is really awesome. So we're going inside her eye, which is being revealed to actually be made of snakes. You know, her vision is snakes. It's obviously a reference to Medusa, if you guys don't know, because knowing that she's a succubus character. So if you guys don't know the story of Medusa, it's about a woman, essentially, long story short, who was very beautiful, and then Poseidon forced himself on her and impregnated her with later to be Pegasus, because the iconography for Poseidon is a horse, if you guys didn't know that, when he's not in his god form. Athena actually punishes Medusa, and sort of the interesting thing is that her punishment is that she can turn men to stone when she gazes at them, right? So it's almost like this kind of female girl-to-girl understanding. It's that I'm going to punish you because I have to, I've been ordered to, but it's also a way for her to protect herself against men. It's very interesting. Think about that. Oh my goodness, this is so great. I love the imagery. I love the crawling snakes kind of falling everywhere. Obviously very phallic as well. I love this, we keep coming back to this recurring theme of her, like, kind of with the claws. Looks like some sort of like crustacean. Good contrast. Oh, now the snakes in the water. That was a beautiful shot right there. Let's go back to that for a second. Yeah, this is obviously very feminine imagery as well. So check this out. I love that. It's beautiful. See what they're doing with the style here? They keep playing with a little bit more, sort of dabbling a little bit more realism in front of us. In this case, we have, look at her hair right here. Her hair, if we kind of frame by frame here, this looks like real hair, right? Where in the other videos, it's a little bit more kind of like anime, chunky, spiky hair. Look at the individual strands and everything. It's very cool. They're kind of playing with different styles and combining that anime, League of Legends aesthetic with this, which is a little bit more real. I love that her eyes have that glow too. Oh, what an image. So look at this. We have her kind of locked behind glass, the burning inside, and she's pushing through the glass as if it's a cloth or something. Yeah, there's the fire. Oh, it's gorgeous. Look at this imagery. Again, very real depiction of lips and teeth. Much more real than we get in the More video. Oh, I love that. That looked real. I don't think it is, but oh, that's amazing. Again, very. It's funny to mention Medusa. This is very Greek imagery. The blowing cloth. It reminds me of the Aphrodite at Milos statue. If you don't know it, probably a reference. Look at this. Oh, this is great. Powerful, man. Very powerful. Oh, I love the city lights come on. Okay, that's very seductive image. Obviously, the lone spike. The smoke. Back to that prison from the beginning as well. We're getting all the imagery coming together now. Look at this. It's a striking image. It's gorgeous. Look at that too. Isn't that nice? That subtle lighting. Very powerful. That's incredibly powerful. I'm mind blown from this one. So I guess, okay, quick thoughts. We got to go through it again, of course. But my quick thoughts are that this is incredibly ambitious. This is incredibly artistic. You don't see stuff like this from kind of like a cheesy advert for skins in a video game. I guess is what I'm saying. So they don't have to do any of this, and honestly, they will get probably more money from doing the sort of like pop star is like more normal. I don't know what to say, like more like normie, just like fun pop video, and like the lyrics, the message is very standard. You know, even the More one, it's still like more normal. Like the message is a little more dark, I would say. In the More video, a little bit more philosophical, a little more food for thought. That's why I like that video a little bit more. No pun intended. But in this, man, this is a whole different deal. I mean, obviously these lyrics are quite dark as well, but I think it's going a little beyond that, man. They're getting very ambitious with the imagery. This is like auteur style filmmaking here. That's why I mentioned, I mean, Wong Kar-wai. Hello? Like this image right here of the looking through. I mean, I'd be surprised if it's not necessarily a direct reference to Wong Kar-wai. Beautiful. Beautifully done. Again, one of my favorite directors and inspirations. Look at this too. Powerful, man. So yeah, this reminds me of I think, again, probably why they include the word concept in this. This is a very conceptual, symbolic video. It's not just like a fun pop video with like dancing K-pop influences, references. This is something different, and I love it. You never see her fully in this video. There's never a shot where you see all of her lit completely. There'll be little pieces of her. They find a way to make her like very sexy with showing the outline of her. That's my girl. That's my girl. I say with pride. Yeah, that's her ability from the game too, right? You guys had said from the other video, that's her attack, right? Yeah, I love that like very powerful stance too. Yeah, this is incredibly well done, incredibly well lit. This entire setup here. You see what I mean about the abstract images? It's going to evoke a lot of, it's going to remind you of a lot of things, or evoke a lot of feelings and emotions and imagery that you've seen in your life, without just kind of throwing it in your face and being obvious. Like I said, obviously very feminine imagery, anatomically speaking. This is one of the coolest transitions. I mean, this is incredible animation. Can we just talk about this? Very intentional Medusa reference. There's a lot of reason that story fascinates people, both male and female. There's a lot to be said for that sort of dangerous feminine power and feminine wiles in more ways than one in that story, right? I'm trying to figure out what my favorite shot is in this one. It's very hard to pick a favorite. It could be that Wong Kar-wai one, to be honest. God, what a intense image. Because it's like, what does this tell you if you see it? It's like someone's trapped is what you would usually associate this, where like trapped and they can't escape and they're burning alive, which is quite dark. But she's just pushing against the glass and morphing like some sheet she's behind. The powerful image, and it's like, oh, she's controlling the fire. So there you go, like she is the fire. So it's a pretty powerful statement, right? Because she is fire. This is a powerful image. Oh my god. You see what I mean about the realism, though? It's a much more real model than we saw in the other videos. Quite cool. I'm always stupid when I watch Evelynn. The lyrics, too, very... This is probably the closest we get to seeing her, actually. If we were to pause it on one of these frames here. Yeah, so you can almost get an idea of her image, but still, she's got the glasses on there. She won't really show you her eyes, but I love it. It's almost like, what I get from this, she can't really be accessed fully, because she is so lonely in her existence. She is so separate from everybody else. I don't know that much about the lore as far as her, like, attitude towards that, or I don't know if League of Legends really gets deep into that philosophy, but that's what this is telling me. She's incredibly lonely and trapped, separate from everybody. Has to deal with her curse, which is a very like Medusa reference, right? Her curse, her punishment. Yeah, that's the most we ever see of her full face, even with the shades on, though. Pow. Very powerful, man. I am impressed with this one. This is not what I expected at all, and I never would have guessed they'd go in this direction. Powerful. Yeah, this right here is another one of my favorites. Right here. Coming up. Yeah, this image right here. You could pause it right on that last frame. Yeah, that's a powerful image, because look at this sort of complete image here. In the background here, we have this beautiful light to kind of give us a less imposing image, kind of just fill out the background. Got her hips, her hair, her everything. Yeah, I'm trying to look at these lyrics a little bit more. That loneliness, that independence. And this is Madison Beer, I think. Not afraid to die. Cowards die first. That's right. It's my girl. It's my girl. God, these few images. This is a powerful section of the video. Look at that. This may be the only time we actually see her eyes. Like, even though they're giving off light, they're luminescent, so we can see them in the darkness. Besides that close up where it goes inside her eye. Yeah, I'm mind blown by now. This is incredible. I never would have expected it. Smoke, the water, these kind of, it's kind of cool too. What we're seeing is this great contrast between naturalistic elements like smoke and water, like nature-based elements, against this very modern, concrete, modern architecture, very harsh, very lonely, very empty. It's a great contrast, and I think it says a lot about her character, placed in this world that makes her very lonely. I think that's the perfect image for this video. This sort of like rock face back here looks like the hand and the claws, you know. It's fantastic. But yeah, that's sort of my observations. I'm in love with this video. I mean, it's one of the strongest realized concepts out of all the videos. I would say this and more are the strongest concepts that like come together and work as like a fully realized. Every set is beautifully crafted and brought to life. And I think this is going into that concept I talked about before as well, mostly in the More video, of like taking these women who are part of this, you know, obviously created universe, you know, and going in and showing them or kind of examining them in a way that you would examine real people, but she still has her fantastical elements, her powers, her curse. And again, to show her like in just like a modern building, it's such a cool idea. Let's find, I think, what might be my favorite shot though. Again, just because I love this director. And again, these shots aren't so much about individual frames. It's about the movement of the entire shot. So look at this. A beautiful image crossing the frame to look through the, again, what could be an open door right here, I believe, because of the vertical shaft of light on her face. We see her in the More video, very well lit for once. Even in the Pop Stars video, she's not so well lit. But you guys told me another great lore you shared in the comments, thank you again, is that part of her lore is she goes invisible until she takes action or something like that, right? You said until she attacks, because that's why in the Pop Stars video she was in the dark until she sang, and then she appeared with Akali. I thought that was really cool. So in this, what we're seeing, again, it's kind of her in her own existence. This is her theme song. She's alone, you know, she's lonely, and she has to deal with that. And of course, she's mostly in the dark, right? So I love that they kind of are playing with these concepts of the gameplay and taking it on such a deep lore level, and almost like, I don't know, individual worlds for these characters that they're building, while taking them into a place which would be a modern shoot, you know, for a fashion shoot, for modeling, for, you know, somebody with their Instagram story, as I said before, which I love. And it's very classy though. It's very sophisticated. And I love that. So let me know what you guys think. I'm going to assume, because most people aren't into this level of sort of just enjoying the art that I am, that a lot of people are probably going to be weirded out by this video and kind of like put off by it and be like, yeah, that was kind of weird. Let's go back to Pop Stars and More, like more normie, you know, songs I can just look at and look at the girls dancing and stuff. But I love this. I'm super weird though. So let me know what you guys think. I'm all about this stuff. I study it all the time. I live for it. I craft it myself. So this is my thing. This is my cup of tea. Never would have expected to find this in a League of Legends music video. 2020 is a weird year, isn't it, friends? But anyways, let me know in the comments what you think about Evelynn, what you think about this video. Do you like this style of video more, this very artistic, auteur, conceptual, beautiful style, or do you like the more K-pop centric, more Pop Stars videos? Which one do you prefer? But this is me. This is my cup of tea, so sign me up. That being said, guys, make sure to subscribe. Come over to Twitch. We got some great challenges going on and incentives. It's going to be so much fun. I'd love to talk more about this with you over there. So come by, and maybe one day I'll play League of Legends. Just kidding. I'm never going to play it. You guys told me not to play it, so why would I do that? No. All right. Have a good day, guys. I'll talk to you soon.